Hello, my name is Zina Farouk, and I'm going to be running through our geotechnical course. I'm a geotechnical engineer with a design firm, and I am also the application specialist for the geotechnical software for Oasys. In the course, we are going to run through a number of geotechnical solutions of various different software in the Oasys suite. And this gives you an example of the kind of customers we have. So our software is extremely applicable in industry as well as being used in universities around the world, Europe, America, to the Far East. So we have three streams of software that I'm going to cover in the course. One is our retaining wall analysis software suite, which has two programs, one for flexible retaining walls, and this includes piled retaining walls, for example, cantilever retaining walls, and one for our gravity retaining walls. So that's going to be covered in one part of the course. Then we'll move on to soil movement and stability. So I'm going to cover with you um, our solutions for designing tunnels, doing building damage assessments and utility damage assessments, running through settlement analysis for consolidation and elastic settlement, and also I'll touch upon how you can design pile rafts. And the final course will be on piling and foundations. So for that, I'm going to go through single pile analysis, and we're going to look at pile capacity, the performance of a pile when you apply lateral forces, and looking at pile cross sections. So I'm just going to take you into our programs now and quickly run through what the program interfaces look like, but the actual course itself is going to be much more than going and clicking on program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with an interactive live session, and that session will go through the theory for each of those different three topics. And then I will introduce you to the tutorial materials and supporting materials. We'll provide you with licenses and provide you with tutorials so that you can follow through and create files. I will then take in your files, have a look at that and review it. And then we'll have a summary live session with the different participants. I'll answer any of your questions, go through the files that you've created, see whether there's any areas that you need assistance in. So this is going to be quite interactive. You'll get a lot of time with me, so you will get hopefully 6 live sessions, as well as you running through the tutorials. And you'll also get a good chance to go through geotechnical theory. I will also provide references and suggest extra reading and books for you, because as well as being able to use the analysis tools, it's very important that you understand the theory behind it. And again, in the introductory live session, I will go through the basic theory too. So the best thing to do now is to actually have a look at our programs. So I'll start with our piling suite. So as you can see, we've got AdSec here, which looks at the cross section of a pile. It'll analyze the pile performance, concrete. It analyzes the piles for Eurocodes as well, so you get serviceability, cracking, the way the pile performs under different loads. As well as that, we will help you by um, showing you how to use our pile capacity analysis program. So this analyzes the pile capacity under different loads for different types of piles. It can be a circular pile, but we also analyze hollow and various other different types of pile. We'll go through negative skin friction, and I'll also explain things to you like calculating pile settlement. And then we have our program which looks at um, analyzing the pile for lateral load. So this is ALP here. So I'm just running the analysis quickly, and I've got out some details for you here. So if I look at the envelopes here, you can see for a simple pile, you can have bending moments and displacements for various different depths, and we use here for the soil data, we're using what we call PY curves. I've created a PY curve here, so we'll talk about PY curves. There's also an automated PY curve option, and you can do an elastic plastic analysis as well. So there are a lot of options here, a lot of things that you can do, and we will go through all of this with you as a user and also help you understand the theory. So that's pile analysis. If I go into retaining wall analysis, as you can see, we can analyze a range of different types of gravity retaining walls, but we can also analyze flexible retaining walls here. So for a range of different stages. So if I go through the stages, we can look at the insertion of the wall, anchors, props, and long-term slabs. So I'll go through all of that kind of design with you. How do you start designing an anchor? What can you do about long-term slabs? All of that will be covered to some degree. And then finally, once we've done retaining walls and piles, we will also discuss our soil movement suite. So here we have XDIS, which analyzes displacements and will calculate building damage assessments for tunnel and excavation problems. And PDISP, which looks at loads. We can have any type of load applied in a PDISP problem, and it will calculate the settlement at different levels from that load. It can calculate elastic and consolidation settlement. So all that theory will be reviewed in this particular course. So hopefully the aim is that by the end of the course, you will be familiar with a lot of geotechnical theory. You will have hopefully a lot of books and references to hand. And more importantly, you will be able to confidently pick up and use different bits of software to analyze retaining wall problems, single pile analysis, pile group analysis, and also looking at pile soil movement and looking at building damage and utility damage. So that's quite a comprehensive task. It's quite a lot to do, and therefore I feel that those 6 live sessions that you have and the time that I give you for the tutorials will hopefully be enough for you. But thank you very much for your time, and hopefully we look forward to seeing you in the course.